Hey fam, welcome back to Tari's Lifestyle and Vlog, and thank you so much for stopping by. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about how to apply for a UK passport. Okay, but before I go on, my name is Tari, and on this channel we talk about UK visas and immigration. We talk about how to safely and successfully travel to the UK, and we talk about how to successfully navigate and settle in life as an immigrant living in the UK. So if this is your first time of coming to my channel and you like videos like this, then please subscribe, turn on your bell icon so you don't miss out on any of my videos going forward. And to my returning subscribers, thank you all for always coming back to watch my videos. I appreciate every single one of you. Okay, but thank you so much. Okay, so like I said, today we're talking about how to actually apply for a UK passport, the process of applying for a UK passport, however you want to call it. Okay, but thank you so much. That's what we're going to be talking about. Okay, so in order to apply for a UK passport, not everyone is eligible for a UK passport application. Not everyone is eligible to be a UK or a British passport holder. Okay, so to be a British passport holder, you need to be a British citizen. Obviously, for you to be a holder of any passport of any country, you should be a citizen of that country. And like for the UK as well, you need to be a British citizen, or you need to be a British overseas territory citizen, or you need to be a British citizen that's living overseas, or you could have any other British nationality. So yes, you need to be a national of the United Kingdom, a national of Britain, to be able to hold a British passport. But having said that, how do we apply for a British passport if we are eligible? So you've looked at yourself, you've looked at the criteria, you are a British citizen or a national of the United Kingdom. How do you apply? Okay, so there are two ways that you can apply for a British passport. So you can either apply online or you can apply via paper. However, people are encouraged to apply online because online is cheaper and also easier to do. Also, it saves the environment, especially at this time that people are talking about environmental pollution, saving the environment and things like that. Okay, so you can either apply online or by paper. Okay, so if you're applying online or even on paper, then what you want to do is to fill in an application form. If you're applying on paper, you have to fill the form, you have to request the form, you have to ring the office to get you the form sent by post to you. Or if you're applying by paper, you go online on the gov.uk website, which I'm going to put in the description box below, and then you can fill in the application form. And when you fill in the application form, it's asking you for all your details. So your name, your date of birth, your address. It asks you for your parents' names, your parents' dates of birth, their occupation. So every information about you. They want to know how long you've been in the country and things like that. Okay, they want to know that you've actually got right to stay in the UK, or you've got actually a British citizen. You actually are a British citizen. Okay, so they're asking you all this information, your personal information, and then you fill that in the form. One thing they would also ask you is for someone that can verify you. Okay, so you want to put someone that has known you for, I think, about 2 or 3 years. Okay, and they would ask you to put that person's name, that person's details, and they would actually contact the person after the application, but that's after you've made the application, to get them to actually verify who you are. Okay, so you want to fill in the application. Once you filled in the application, you have to make a payment. Okay, so the payment for the application depends on what application you are doing. So if you're doing your application by paper, that's fine. It's £10.50 higher than if you're doing it online. If you want this normal or the standard application, then the payment is £82.50. But if you're wanting a 50-page, which is if you are a frequent traveler, then the amount you have to pay is £93. It's not much, but if you're not a frequent traveler, then why would you want to have 50 pages of passport? Okay, but the decision is completely yours to pay either £82.50 for a standard passport, which would be 30 pages, or you pay £93 for also a standard passport, but this time around it will have 50 pages. So a normal passport for a child will cost £53.50, and which will be 30 pages, and if you're wanting to have 50 pages on your child passport, then it would be £64. And when we talk about a child, it's anyone that's under 16 years of age. Okay. Processing time for a British passport application, the government website says 10 weeks, but believe me, it doesn't take 10 weeks. It takes about 3 to 4 4 weeks, so long as everything is complete, as long as you have all your documents complete. It doesn't take up to 10 weeks, it takes about 3 to 4 weeks. But if you're wanting your application to be processed quicker, there's the option for fast track or the premium service. So the fast track one, within 1 week you get your passport, or the premium service, which you will get your passport within 2 days. Okay, and of course you have to pay for that. However, you cannot use the fast track or the premium service if it is your first adult application. Okay, if you're renewing your passport, you can use the fast track method or the premium service. But if it's your new passport, if it's a first adult passport, then you would have to use the standard process, which is about 10 weeks, really 3 to 4 weeks. Cost of a fast track would also depend on how many pages, just like the standard. It depends on how many pages of passport you want. If you want the 30 page, which is a normal standard passport, you have to pay extra, like I said before, and that will be £155.50. If you're wanting the 50 pages, then you have to pay £166. I hope my math is correct. £166. If you're wanting to use the premium service, then what you have to pay is £193.50, obviously for the 30 pages. And if you're wanting the 50 pages at £10.50 on top of that, that will give you how much you have to pay for the 50 pages. So you can see that the cost you pay, the amount you pay for your passport, depends on which passport you are applying for, and also how many pages, and if you're wanting a standard passport, or if you're wanting a fast track or the premium service. Okay, so it's really important. So once you've filled in the application online, you've made the payment, and the next thing you want to do, read through it, make sure everything is correct, and then you submit. Once you've submitted, they will ask you to send some documents. Okay, so they'll send you a link, so you are able to track your application online, which is really good. It tells you what stage the application is in. So once you've submitted the application, it will ask you to send some documents. On the website, it gives you the address to send the documents to, which is fine, and then it will send an email to the person that you've put down as your referee, so they can verify you. A verifier, did I say referee? So they can verify that they've actually seen you. And when you do the application, one of the documents you need to submit is a passport photo of yourself. I'm going to go into the required documents in a minute. Okay, so one of the documents is a recent passport of yourself. You can take a passport of yourself on your phone and submit it, or you can just go to the phone booth or picture booth, photo booth, and take a picture. So they'll send that photo to the person that you've put in to verify you, so they can verify whether this person looks like you and that. And once the person has verified you, the application goes to the next process, and then it will wait for it to be processed. In the meantime, you have to send some document to the passport office, so they can process your passport on time. So one of the things you need to send is your proof of ID. Okay, so you need to send your proof of ID, which should be your current or most recent passport. So it's really important. If you have any expired passport, say for instance you are applying for through the naturalization process, you've just got your naturalization as a British citizen, your first passport, then what you want to submit is proof of whatever documents you use to enter the country. Okay, so you want that document, whatever, just send as many passports as possible as you have to them as proof of your identification. You also want to send proof of your nationality. And remember, we said that to get a British passport, you need to be a British citizen, a British national. So you want to send proof of that nationality. Okay, so like I said, if you've just become a British citizen via neutralization, then you want to send your neutralization certificate. If you change your name, you want to include the change of your name. Say for instance, since you came into the UK, you're now married, or you've changed your name, you've changed whatever details for any reason, maybe by marriage or by deed poll, whatever, you have to include that proof of change of name. It's really important, otherwise it will be delayed or rejected, because they might ask you, they might get back in touch with you and say, can you please provide us some more information, which obviously leads to more delays. Okay, but if you provide them all the information they need at the time, then all they need to do is process your application. And when you do your application as well, when you submit your application, another thing they're going to ask you when you're making the payment is if you want your documents to be sent back to you via the standard post, or if you want it to be sent to you via recorded delivery. And because they're important documents, you've got your nationality, your passport, everything, I always advise to go for proof for registered post or signed post, so that your documents, most of the time it won't get lost, but for me it's just an added guarantee that your documents would return to you. Okay, your passport will be sent back to you after it's been processed, maybe within 3 to 4 weeks, maybe 10 weeks, especially now that the passport office are on strike. We don't know how long it's gonna take, but hopefully it doesn't take that long. 3 to 4 weeks, you get your passport. Your passport will be sent to you in the post and registered, okay, and the rest of your documents will come afterwards in the envelope that's also registered, which you have paid for. Okay, so it's really important. So really, that's just how the short process of applying for your UK passport, your British passport. So fill the form online, submit the documents, make the payment, give them someone to verify you, and voila, that's it. That's your application done, and your passport will be sent to you in the post. Well, I hope this video has been helpful to someone. If it helped you, give it a thumbs up, share with your friends and family, and of course subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. Okay, if you have any questions, any video suggestions, if there's anything I've said that you're not quite clear, or anything I've missed, please also leave them in the comment section, and I'll do my best to reply or do videos on them. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.